Morning, day 12. It is 9:30 now. I'm in the town of Twin Lakes, staging for getting back on trail. Started this morning in Leadville at the Inn of the Clouds hostel. Got going from there a little bit later than typical for me, but not too bad. And then, hang on, I'm gonna switch my view here. Stopped at a coffee shop on the edge of town. Had a quiche and a coffee. Got ready for a day of figuring out how to get back to trail around the other side of the fire closure. Ended up catching a hitch on the outskirts of town very quickly. Very interesting person, great discussion on the way out here to Twin Lakes. He was delivering some supplies to a coffee van, so I ordered some juice and coffee or chai. Very flavorful. Now I've got about a 1 mile walk up the hill to get to the official trail, and then I'm off and going again. Better start to the day than I had hoped for. Had a little road walk from the town of Twin Lakes back to the trail. Nothing like a hitch hiking, highway walk experience to help me appreciate being back on trail. So today, I haven't looked at the mileage, but I'll be working my way around the far side of these lakes and then back up the trail, or back up the mountain. Well, there we go. I have to make a choice. I've been thinking about this morning. Collegiate West goes to my right, Collegiate East goes to my left. Lots of reasons to do west, lots of reasons to do east. I'm heading up the hill on the east side. When I got up this morning, I wasn't positive which way I'd go, so I've been thinking about it all day, all morning, and finally I came to the decision that east is the right path for me for this trip. So the benefits of east are that it is somewhat lower in elevation, makes for, lower in elevation. This is the original Colorado Trail path. West is highly recommended as more beautiful. It's higher elevation, more time above tree line. But the negative to west is that you have to be much more careful to avoid afternoon thunderstorms when you're above tree line. So that was pretty much my deciding point, was for this trip I'm already going to have to do some learning on how to hike when there's going to be rain predicted, some rain predicted every day for the next foreseeable future, 10 days. If I were doing west, I would have to deal with not only the rain and how I manage to stay dry enough, but not getting struck by lightning. I'm not afraid of lightning, but I do definitely have a respect. So my choice for east was, I'll say, prudent. Limit the number of risk factors I'm taking on for the first time. So off I go. It's starting to sprinkle a little bit. That's supposed to be the pattern for the next several days. Light afternoon showers. Not sure if the lightning comes every day or not, but anyhow, I just stopped on trail, repackaged my pack a little bit, get some more things into the dry bag. I don't have the experience to know whether I need to be super careful or a little careful, or if I can just wing it and everything goes good. So that's the learning. This is what a forest fire looks like, at least after it's out. I wonder how many years ago this was. There's not much growing beyond grass on the ground yet, so my guess is it's probably only 1 or maybe 2 years old. I don't know. Came across this on trail. Can of bear spray, looks pretty new. No sign of hiker. I guess the bear won. Hope he's full. Well, I'm back in the living forest. That's nice. That burn zone lasted for a little while. My biggest concern there, without knowing where it ended, was that there was no way I was going to be camping next to or under burnt dead trees. That's the most reliable way to end your hike and your life. So back into the living forest. I haven't seen a campsite for a while, but it's only 2:15, so that's no concern. Anyhow, well, I've been hiking alone again for a while. I've been contemplating hiking life. So the last 3-4 days, I've stayed in 2 hostels, had a car ride, thankfully figured out before I got to needing it. And that was when Eric's wife came and picked us up at Tennessee Pass. But once I was done in Leadville, well, even before that, so coming into Leadville, I didn't have anywhere to stay, nothing booked. There was recommendations for a place called Inn in the Clouds, or Inn of the Clouds, whatever it was. A hostel that supposed to be hiker friendly. So Eric and his wife took me there before we did dinner. and it worked out wonderful. Very affordable, friendly, but yet I look back and that part of the hike is stressful for me. Interacting with civilization is more stressful for me than being out here on the trail thinking about rain or wildlife or whatever. So this morning, after a night at the hostel, I had to hitch a ride. I talked about that earlier. It went really well, but again, it was stressful for me. I don't typically hitch rides or give hitches in my normal life, so that's a stretch for me. And stretching is good, but it's the part of hiking that I least enjoy. The best part is being out here walking through the forest or looking around from the top of a mountain. Life is simple. Put one foot in front of the other, have a drink of water every now and then, stop and have a snack or dinner, set up your tent, sleep, do it again. So it's all part of my thinking. That's a big part of what this trip for me is. This trail is an opportunity to think more and deeper about what kind of hiking, what distance hiking, solo, with people, all of that. That's the figuring out. So today has been some thinking along those lines. Couldn't pick a more beautiful area to be thinking those thoughts. This looks like a spot for a break. There's some rain over there. Hopefully it doesn't come over here while I'm sitting on my butt, but if it does, I'll get up. Been in the trees for a while, so this is a welcome view. Stretch my eyes a bit. Well, it's 3:30 and we do have a light rain. The sky looks kind of broken. Some areas look like a longer rain, and other areas look like it could just clear up. Not sure which way the clouds are moving, but this is my first experience with the afternoon rain, daily afternoon rain that people have been talking about. So I put on my rain jacket. Hang on. I put on my rain jacket, put the hood up. I did not put my rain pants on. Not sure if they're needed or not. That'll be part of the experience, is figuring out what the right way to deal with the afternoon showers is. So I'm just continuing to walk. It'll be at least a couple hours before I'm ready to start looking for campsites. So hopefully by then the rain will have passed and I can be putting up my tent in the dry. But we'll see. Taking a 2-minute break here. That's where I came from, following the power line access road for a little while. But now the power lines and the road are heading off that way. And the Colorado Trail is heading into the woods. A little bit of a climb, so I'm standing still here while I catch my breath. And I took my rain jacket off. So there's two ways to get wet because of rain. One way is just the rain comes down and either you don't have a rain jacket on or it gets in through your clothes, through your rain jacket. The other way to get wet is to put your rain jacket on so that the rain doesn't get you. But then, because it doesn't breathe, you're sweating and sweating, and that's what was happening here. The sprinkles had pretty much quit. I still had my rain jacket on, but I could feel I was getting wet from the inside out. So, still some indication of drizzle in the sky, but no point in wearing the rain jacket, being hot and sweating to avoid a few sprinkles. So off goes the rain jacket. Hopefully it stays off. I don't need to put it on for another shower in a few minutes, but it'll be what it'll be. I've been climbing most of the afternoon. Bet I know where I'm going. And I can guess what tomorrow looks like.